So I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear this because they are strong supporters of Bitcoin, especially for ideological reasons, and I can understand that. But this is just the way I view this, and it has nothing to do with Bitcoin in particular. But yeah, Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. And what I mean by Ponzi scheme may not be the same thing that everybody means when they say Ponzi scheme. What I mean is it's an investment scheme where the only way for investors to make a profit is if either more investors come down the line or more investment comes down the line from the same investors, right? And the only way for the investment to maintain its value or to even have any value at all is for um, more investments to come in the future. That's what I mean by Ponzi scheme. It doesn't have to be a scheme where there's fraud, but that's all I mean. And all Ponzi schemes, by that definition, eventually collapse, and the value of the investment becomes zero or something very close to zero. And the reason I view bitcoins in this way is that they have no use value. You can't consume bitcoins, you can't use them to produce anything that anyone wants to consume. All you can do with them is trade them away. You can get rid of them, and that's all you can do. And so, as long as there's more funds coming in to Bitcoin, as long as more people, because of this speculative bubble, uh, give up resources in order to hold Bitcoins, Bitcoins can have value, and indeed they can increase in value, uh, as they have been doing. But as soon as that source of speculation dries up or even starts to slow, it doesn't make sense to hold bitcoins anymore. The only thing that makes sense is getting rid of them. And so as the velocity of exchange of bitcoins increases, the value decreases, until the velocity is so fast that there's virtually no value, um, and then the velocity goes to zero because nobody will take them for anything. And I don't know if that point will actually be reached, but something very close to that point will be reached. And so I'm making this video mostly not to convince anyone of this, because people who believe in bitcoins, like, they don't want to see anything except what they already see in bitcoins, right? They believe they are the answer or the solution to the fiat currency problem, and in my opinion they are not. In fact, they are worse than fiat currencies, because even though their supply may be more limited, they don't have legal tender laws to back them up. So fiat currencies are a Ponzi scheme as well, but there are legal tender laws forcing people to use them, right? So they can't just get out. They can't just dump fiat currencies. But fiat currencies will also collapse, but not as fast as Bitcoin, in my opinion. So yeah, if you have any Bitcoins, I would suggest selling them, uh, because while the price may continue to go up, it's at 17 right now as I'm recording this. While the price may continue to go up, uh, at some point it's going to collapse, and it's going to either be zero or pretty close to zero. Uh, and for the people who want me to justify this more than I have in this video, I'm gonna make another video, but it's gonna take me some time. I'm gonna make another video about what I think money is and how it's developed, and I made a video about that, but it's not comprehensive enough. I made it about a year ago. My view of what money is has expanded since then. So or the way I put it maybe has maybe my view is the same, but the way I explain it is different, or more detailed maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna make that video and that may be able to explain more than this one. This is just about bitcoins. Oh, and by the way, a few days ago when Recent TV made a note on bitcoins, I decided that it was a good time actually to buy bitcoins as a speculative move because I thought they were going to move up, and I was trying to buy some, but it was just too hard. I couldn't use any of the any. I couldn't buy them. The only way I could buy them is if I found some guy that wanted to sell some at the time, but that was pretty hard, and it has to be someone who lives close to me. Like over internet, it wasn't helpful, at least not for me. Um, and the problem with that is that I didn't know if I would be able to sell them when I wanted to. Like if I had bought at $9.40, which was a bit after the video was released, but that's when I saw the video, and when I was trying to buy them, I would be selling now at 17. Um, but before that, I never really thought of buying bitcoins because it's a bad investment. It can be a good trade because in any bubbles, if you buy before there's a rally and you get out before there's a crash, uh, then you can make a profit. But that's all you can do. And I don't pretend to be able to know when the crash is going to come, but I sort of knew that right after recent TV had just had them up, it wasn't going to occur. So it may occur now because it's already gone up quite a bit. It's gone up from like 8 to 17, so it's more than that I think, but it wasn't exactly 8, so maybe it's a little less than 100%, but it's still a lot that it has gone up, and yeah, maybe it'll go down a bit and then it will go up again and then it will crash. I don't know, but yeah, if I had any bitcoins, I would get rid of them. And if you don't want to get rid of them right away, consider getting rid of them in the near future because I don't think they're going to last very long. I may be wrong about that. They may last for a year or two. I doubt it, but they could. Uh, it depends on several factors like how much they are able to convince new investors to put money in, or already existing investors to put more money in, right? But as soon as that dries up, uh, they're gonna crash.